If you are wondering if the shoes you bought last week were just a waste of money, wait till you hear about these football superstars who spend millions of dollars on these things. Number 1. Karim Benzema. The French footballer spent $250,000 on something he can't even use. Benzema might be the biggest flexer of all time, because while other players buy watches and chains, he is on another level of the jewelry game. The last time Benzema hit the jeweler, he wasn't only trying to spend a couple of racks, he wanted to blow $250,000. All this for not just any football. He bought a football which is entirely covered in 72,000 black and white diamonds. Each diamond is over 1,000 carats. No wonder why this ball costs $250,000. Number 2. Mario Balotelli. For a player as wild as Mario, a $31 million contract with Man City was simply too much money in his bank account. As a result, he had to cash out, and Mario used the money to buy a $250,000 Bentley Continental GT and a $180,000 Maserati. The issue with the car's outrageous price wasn't the cars themselves. He used them in this manner. Initially, Mario was a law-abiding individual who drove within the posted limits and parked in approved areas. Nevertheless, his millions of riches soon changed him into a monster. Instead of showing respect when he arrived at restaurants in his Bentley or Maserati, Balotelli would simply drive up and park anywhere. He keeps getting charged with having fines totaling $500,000, and since Mario didn't take any lessons from this, he just kept doing it. It resulted in the seizure of his vehicles 27 times. He finally got fed up with picking up his automobile after every dinner. Mario decided that the problem was the car, so he gave it to one of his teammates. Number 3. Neymar Jr. Neymar was a little kid who lived in terrible surroundings. His family was so poor that they lived in a home without electricity or food. If it wasn't difficult enough, Neymar was bullied by neighboring kids while playing football in the streets every day. They would make fun of Neymar's second-hand clothes and his teeth, which his family could not afford to correct. But Neymar refused to let it get to him. It simply gave him more motivation to find a way out for his family and himself. He gave everything up and devoted his entire life to being the best football player his nation had ever seen. Neymar began signing deals worth $100 million in 2009, moving from the Sao Paulo ghetto to mansions in Rio. Neymar spent $14 million on this luxurious helicopter in 2019. If Neymar's logo did not appear on the tail of this 10-passenger Mercedes-Benz helicopter, it probably wouldn't be his. Also, he completely redesigned the interior to look like his favorite character, Batman. Also, Neymar's been convincing his teammates to spend millions on things not even in our universe. Everything started when PSG secured a deal with crypto to help the club launch exclusive NFTs. Neymar did not know what an NFT was, so once he learned that the world was getting rich off him, he just had to get in on the action. And in January, Neymar made his first purchase aboard. When he announced on Twitter that he officially bought an NFT of the popular Bored Ape, the world went crazy because this was not just any picture. It cost Neymar $481,000, and yet that was not even his craziest purchase. In the metaverse, not long after the world found out, he bought an even rarer ape, this time costing him $570,000 just for a picture. 2 NFTs. That's over $1 million. Number 4. Jerome Boateng. In 2019, Jerome Boateng decided that his Mercedes and Bentleys simply weren't getting him the attention he wanted, and that he needed to spend his money on something else. He knew the right person for the task. He took out his phone and made a call to Gabriel, the jeweler, who promptly gave him an expensive timepiece. Jerome purchased some of the iciest, coldest jewels we have ever seen. A $100,000 bespoke Audemars Piguet with 30-carat stones and a diamond bezel. 3 Cuban link chains that are all covered in VVS diamonds. Number 5. David Beckham. At the time, a firm thought Beckham would be the ideal person to sell their hair cream as a product for sleek, sporty, and smart personas. However, there was one criterion. He had to have a very specific haircut that would cost him $6,000 to get. Beckham thought about this issue carefully. Although his hair was more than just his hair to him, it represented who he was. But his wife pushed him into doing it when she saw the bargain that Brill Cream was offering. That actually paid off because Beckham ultimately agreed to a 4-year, $6 million contract with the business. One thing is for sure, the $6,000 investment was worthwhile. Recently, Beckham treated himself to a little Christmas present, and this was not just any boat, it's a super yacht. Beckham's Horizon E88 came with 2 suites, a kitchen bar, and a full gym. This 94-foot-long yacht even got enough space for over 10 guests, so that combined with TVs and speakers built in everywhere, it has got everything Beckham needs to throw his Miami bangers. No wonder why this thing cost over $6 million. Number 6. Cristiano Ronaldo. In addition to pushing the technological as well as physical boundaries of his body, Ronaldo is regarded as one of the greatest football players in history. Ronaldo bought a performance-enhancing mouthguard because he was curious about something that no other player had ever worn. Recently, Ronaldo has been seen sporting a mouthguard that enhances his balance and strength. It appears that this mouthpiece aids in the even distribution of his energy throughout his entire body because it properly lines up his jaw with his skull and chest. Ronaldo began conquering with that $130,000 piece back in 2010. And ever since, the game has advanced significantly. Just take a look at this. It's impossible to contest the possibility that it may have given him superpowers at the time it cost him $130,000. Not to mention, Ronaldo literally has not 1, not 2, but 3 Bugattis in his garage. Not only do those cars cost millions of dollars, he spent just as much to wear one of his Bugattis on his wrist. Yeah, it is true, Ronaldo's Bugatti watch is the only one in the entire world. It is covered in titanium and champagne gold with baguette diamonds and black sapphires. Just so you know it's Ronaldo's watch, it not only has his CR7 logo, it was designed to look exactly like the engine of his Bugatti Chiron. Just look at this. No wonder why the watch cost him $1.5 million, but at least Ronaldo can wear his purges. Number 7. Kylian Mbappe. He spent over $3 million to accomplish his childhood dream. Mbappe not only grew up in Paris, he also dreamed of playing for his home country and living there. So once he got into PSG on a transfer deal of $188 million, it was nothing for Mbappe to blow a couple millions and turn his dreams into reality. He bought a crib which is located right in the center of a Paris shopping district. It has 3 bedrooms, floor-to-ceiling windows with views of the entire city, and a beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower from his bedroom. That's why this crib cost over $3 million, and now we see why Mbappe never headed to Real Madrid. Number 8. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This guy is on our list because he loves to spend over $1 million for his own birthdays. Yeah, in Zlatan's life, there are 3 things that are guaranteed. 1 death, 2 taxes, and 3 every single one of his birthdays. He cops a stupidly expensive wit over the last 3 years. Zlatan made sure his birthdays go down in history. On his 38th birthday, he copped himself a whip straight out of Forza, a Ferrari Monza SP2. But the very next year, on his 39th birthday, Zlatan made a trade. He really went from Ferraris to Porsches this time. Found himself a car to match his Milan jersey, a Porsche 911 Targa, but we all know Zlatan would never stop with just 2 cars. So when he hit 40, he let the world know by posting a pic on Instagram of his new purchase, a golden Ferrari SP90. This thing has 1,000 horsepower, goes 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, and is half electric. No wonder why this one car costs lots of over $500K, which brought his birthday expenses to over $1 million. With that, we have come to the end of this video. What do you think about these things? Do you think these are just stupid purchases? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, then make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. For more videos like this, click on the links you see on the screen. We will surely come back again with more content. Until then, goodbye.